The Early Learning Coalition of Polk County is a not-for-profit agency focused on early education and care. The goal of the coalition is to prepare all children to enter kindergarten ready to succeed. Coming up, we will talk about their Nurse-Family Partnership Program. Welcome to Polk Place. I'm your host, Tina Mann, and joining me in the studio today is Cheryl Kelly, the Vice President of Programs with the Early Learning Coalition, and Kristen Norman, the Nurse Supervisor with the Early Learning Coalition. Welcome. So I mentioned a little bit in the intro about what you guys do, but tell us a little bit more about Early Learning Coalition and what you guys do.
Sure. The Early Learning Coalition, we were established by statute actually in 1999. Initially to administer the school readiness program, which is the subsidized child care program. So we serve families who qualify based on income and family size with paying for child care expenses. In 2005, we became responsible for the administration of the voluntary pre-kindergarten program. Right. That's your free program. It's an entitlement program for any child in the state of Florida. That's 4 or 5 years old, basically the year before kindergarten, to help them prepare to enter school, to enter kindergarten. And then just a few years back, in 2015, we started this newest program that we're here to talk about today, the Nurse-Family Partnership Program. And so we're happy to share more information about that with you today.
Excellent, and I'm excited to hear about it because, I have children, so they've all done, VPK, and they've done through that. So I know I visited y'all to get him signed up for that and everything else. So, but I've never heard of this one. So why don't you give me an overview of the Nurse Family Partnership Program and what it is?
Sure. The Nurse Family Partnership Program is an evidence-based community health program that serves at-risk women who are pregnant with their first child. Each woman is partnered with a registered nurse who visits them on a regular basis in their homes. It is home visiting. And they visit the moms beginning early in pregnancy and up until the child turns 2 years of age. The program has been around for decades. It started in the 1970s, so there's tons of research behind it. Lots of research, lots of proven outcomes, many of which we've seen right here in Polk County, which is really exciting. There are 3 main goals to the program. The first one is to improve pregnancy outcomes. The second is to improve child health and development. And the third is to improve the economic self-sufficiency of the families that participate. As one of 30 early learning coalitions across the state, we're really proud to implement the program. We are currently the only early learning coalition implementing the program in Florida. Our program is funded by MCV, Florida MCV, which stands for Maternal, Infant, and Early Childhood Home Visiting. The Florida MCV initiative, they fund not only our program here in Polk, but a number of other nurse-family partnership programs across the state, as well as some other evidence-based home visiting programs that are all aimed at improving the health and the development of at-risk children and families.
Okay. You mentioned the 3 goals. Let's go through those one by one because I think those are important for people to understand what you guys are actually doing. You said the first one is helping with pregnancy outcomes. What are the problems that you guys prevent?
Well, we know what causes women to deliver their babies too early. So we know that if we can talk with the women early on about nutrition and diet, we can help with some of those outcomes. We certainly know that women who have high blood pressure or are at risk for high blood pressure have babies that are too early, so we certainly do a lot of screenings for blood pressure issues. We know the risk factors, and also if women are diagnosed with blood pressure issues during pregnancy, we watch them really closely and help them get their babies to full term. We also handle lots of cases of women with pre-existing pregnancy or even pre-pregnancy conditions that can exacerbate during pregnancy. So we certainly, that's the benefit of having an RN. So those are nurses that really have special training during pregnancy and can really catch some of those things.
And that's really important because it's really hard to deal with, you know, high blood pressure or gestational diabetes, and a lot of the time the population you guys serve don't have the same access to resources and education that maybe the general public would do. So you guys are providing a really, you know, cool service with that. Because being pregnant is scary in general. I mean, it's a scary time. Your body's doing some crazy stuff, and you're there to kind of walk them along and do that. And what was the second goal again?
To improve child health and development. And I think that one is key for us as an early learning coalition. It was really why we felt that this program would be good for us in what we do, because it aligns with our vision, which is to ensure that children enter school healthy, ready, and eager for lifelong success with the support of their parents, families, and the community. What better place to start, right? With parents, educating them before the baby is born. And then once you have an infant, we know that all learning and development starts at birth. Right. So that's really been a great thing for us, and something we've really been able to share with the community.
Right, and that first 6 months to a year is so crucial in development and bonding and everything else. Yeah. I know I have adopted kids, so you know my youngest has a lot of bonding issues because he was actually taken from his biological mother at a very early age. Mm-hmm. So I know the eventual risks of that and the difficulties he faces that other kids don't, because they don't have the same, it's like the neural pathways they have to develop, and a lot of people don't know that. I didn't know that until you know I learned from trauma-based parenting what that is. So y'all are working to prevent that.
Right.
Okay, so what was the third goal?
To improve the economic self-sufficiency of the families. Again, something that really aligns with who we are and what we do, especially with our school readiness program. I'll let Kristen comment as well, but certainly we work with them. The nurses work with the clients to ensure they're either to look at what their goals are and either help them maybe go back to work, go back to school, or you know, meet whatever they want to do to better themselves.
And one of the statistics that the Florida McV program pulled was showing that the clients that we are serving in Polk County have some of the highest needs, or some of the most at-risk clients. In the, you know, with all of the rest of the McV programs, some of our clients are some of the highest risk. And that economic self-sufficiency piece really comes into play. We've really seen huge growth with our women returning to school. They're getting into quality childcare so that they can hit their goals. And, you know, a lot of the clients have gone on to secondary education, a lot of the post-secondary education. A lot of them have really said that they were the first clients or the first people in their family that have graduated high school or gone on to college. So I don't know if we can take credit for all of it, but certainly just having some some consistency has really helped.
That is excellent. So I mean, this is amazing. How do people get involved in this program?
To find more information about the program, you can certainly visit our website, the Early Learning Coalition, which is elcpolk.org. On our website, we have links directly to more information with Nurse Family Partnership and their website, as well as Florida McV. You can also contact our offices, speak to someone directly in the Nurse Family Partnership program at 863-519-8550.
Do you have specific eligibility requirements?
We do. Because our program is evidence-based, we know which clients have the biggest successes with our program. So it's first-time pregnant women, so the first time parenting a child, so they can have given a child up previously for adoption and still be eligible, or things like that, have had a loss or something, but needs to be the first time that they're parenting. We need to get them into the program before their 28th week of pregnancy. We need to have time to build a relationship with the nurse and the client before the baby comes and rocks their world a little bit. And,
just a little.
And then there's some other eligibility requirements when it comes to income. We want to serve the highest need women as a priority, so there's some income restrictions as well.
So you guys recently had a graduation. You want to tell me about that experience?
What a great night. It was the best night.
Wonderful. It's our first one, so we were very excited.
There were 20 clients that completed the program. That's a big feat. That
really is
2.5 years of working with weekly or bi-weekly home visits with a nurse. They came out and all of them got to say a little something. They were awarded with diplomas, and the kids had a blast and wore their little caps and gowns, and the nurses were quite emotional to see both from the pregnancy up until the child turns 2, but also that the moms have really blossomed into successful women. So it was an emotional night.
Oh, that's awesome. And there's nothing better than seeing little 2-year-olds in graduation caps. I know, that was my favorite part of the VPK graduation, was seeing them all like walk across the stage, and you know, as the curtain goes up, my kid is the only one that's like, "Hi, Mom," and I'm like, "Yep, that's my kid." But you know, it was sweet at the same time. But it's amazing. So this sounds like a really great program. We've talked about how people can get involved in the program as a participant. Is there any way to help you guys? Is there any kind of service opportunity or donations or anything else that you guys accept?
Certainly, we are always willing to accept donations, anything that would be, beneficial to either the moms or the babies. I would say consumable items are a big thing for us. Diapers are a huge need, not only for our program but for others, and so anybody willing to supply baby products, that kind of thing, or even hygiene items for mothers, those are really appreciated as well.
I can imagine, and I imagine that if there's any community organizations out there that aren't already working with you that provide kind of different information or education or any kind of programs for your clientele, that they could contact you as well to say, hey, this is out there as a resource and you can pass that on to the moms.
Absolutely. And in addition, if there are professionals in the community that feel that their expertise could be of a benefit to our clients, but they would like to maybe have it passed through the nurses, we have pretty regular staff meetings where we always invite members of the community in to do a little in-service or give us information on the ins and outs of their community. We refer everyone all the time, and even if the people that we're referring want to say, well, call this person at this number at this time, or make those soft handoffs. A lot of our clients are used to sort of getting shut down by a lot of people at the gate, so if we can give them warm people to be able to contact or a name, those are always helpful. So.
You're providing support, and you're also providing hope for these people. I mean, you're getting them out of situations, you're helping them have the best possible outcome. So you guys are doing an amazing thing. So I really thank you guys for coming out and letting us know about the program.
Thank you so much for having us.
The Maternal, Infant, and Early Education Home Visiting Program provides parents and other caregivers with the knowledge, skills, and tools they need to assist their children in being healthy, safe, and ready to succeed in school. The program's goal is to improve healthy and developmental outcomes for at-risk children through the Nurse-Family Partnership Program. During these visits, the nurse will offer the knowledge and support needed to confidently create a better life for baby and mom. For more information, you can give them a call at 863-733-9064 or look them up on the web at www.elcpolk.org.